Everybody, welcome back. So if you saw in my previous videos about my Walam 48s, you'll notice that you'll remember that this one was missing some parts. And I had stated that, hey, I'm going to try to find the parts for that. And also on the same token, I lost the spring for the ejector on this one. That little joker went flying across the room. It's the spring that's contained underneath the ejector, and I don't have a clue where it went. I don't know. I can't find it, so I've got more of those on order. That's all I can really say. So I ordered some replacement parts. This came from eBay. This is an FEG R61 ejector, and I don't know if it'll be the same as what is in my Walam 48. We're going to find out. I may have to figure out a source for another part. And then I've also got a PA-63 slide assembly, which I'm going to use to rob for my extractor. Now, this little part was like maybe 20 bucks. This slide assembly, however, was about $80. So I'm kind of going to great lengths to try to get this PA-60 or this Walam 48 completely functional. So anyway, without further ado, let's check this out. Let's at least look at the let's at least take a look at the ejector and find out, is it going to work? I hope to God it is, because those parts are extremely hard to find. So just as another update, I ordered 2 of the ejector springs that actually go to a PA-63 that's chambered in 9mm Makarov. The difference on those cartridges is between that cartridge and this one is you've got a 9x18 versus a 9x17. Now, do I think it'll work? Yeah, I think it'll work. Will it require a little bit of fitting? Possibly. So let's check out that ejector that goes to the R61. There it is. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even realize that. It actually comes with the ejector spring. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that's awesome. That's huge. That's huge for me. But of a more important note, let's see if these are the same. I hope they are. I'm going to lay them side by side. I don't know how well you guys can see that. They look exactly the same. The only difference is this one has a slight notch in it. It's a little thicker. It's slightly, it's got a slight difference in the contour here. I'll try to put some close-up pictures of that. But I think I can make it work. As a matter of fact, let's just see if this one fits in here. I mean, why not? Looks like it would just fine. Yep, so the mag pushes it up like it's supposed to. So that's good. Honestly, guys, I think this will work. Like I said, I may have to do a little bit of minor fitting, but this R61 ejector looks, if nothing else, I can do some minor fitting to make it work. I think it's close enough. Of course, it still has the slots on the top. That way you guys can see that for that ejector spring. This one's actually divoted to help hold it in. I can get that wedged back out to get the spring back in there, but I do believe that'll work. I'm pretty tickled about that. So that is a huge plus, because I was really concerned I wasn't going to be able to get the rest of the parts I was needing for this. And now that I've lost that little tiny spring, I've got to put one in this one, but I ordered 2, so did I need 2? No, I just needed 1 apparently, but that's perfectly fine because I'll probably lose another one. So now what's in here is that PA-63 slide. Let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like. I do know for a fact that Michelle over at Mocha's said that they had a Walam 48 that they could have sold me for parts that had a PA-63 slide on it. So there's no reason for me to believe that this won't work, especially in the fact that this is a PA-63 slide that came off of one chambered in 380. So it's actually PA-63 AP9. These are some of the ones Century imported, I believe. Cal 9mm short, made by FEG Hungary. Now this one is a full-up slide assembly. This was imported by CAI. These slides, you guys will notice, look identical. Now there is only one primary difference, or I guess you could say 2 primary differences. And what you're going to notice here, profiles are the same, extractors are the same, rear sight is the same. The only differences I see is this checkered area, this checkered ridge across the top is wider on the PA-63. Additionally, the PA-63 by comparison to the Walam 48 does not have that loaded chamber indicator that pops up when you got a round in the chamber. So I think this thing will work great. And if I need to, I can rob the rear, if I need to, I can rob the rear sight off of it to fix the one that's on this one that's all mashed in. I know you guys can't see this. It's with the bluing and the lighting, it's just terrible, but I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. But you know, internally these slides look identical, with the exception, like I said, of that loaded chamber indicator, which is not present on your PA-63. So just to recap, if you guys have one of these and you're missing some of the slide parts, you can rob them off of a PA-63, especially a PA-63 that is a 380. They did these in different calibers, but this one specifically was in 380, so it's going to make a prime candidate for me to steal parts off of, because believe it or not, the hardest thing to find is this stinking extractor. I don't know why. Well, actually I could find the extractor, but I couldn't find the plunger and the spring. So that was the primary motivating factor of me buying this whole slide assembly, was to get the extractor, the plunger, and the spring. But now I've also got extra parts. I've got the decocker, I've got the firing pin assembly, and I've got the rear sight. So that'll be an excellent thing I can use for parts if I need to. And I'm pretty happy about that, because I was a little concerned when I ordered it whether or not that would match up. For those of you that are curious, this actually came from a company that I've never ordered parts from. It's called Hog Island Gun Parts. I'm not sure where they're located. They're in North Carolina. And they carry a lot of obscure parts. They carry a lot of FEG pistol parts. So make sure you guys check them out if you need any parts for your FEG style pistol. You know, I think it's a pretty nice little resource. Something besides Gun Parts Corp and some of the other ones, some of the better known ones, but just one of the ones that you wouldn't think to go look for. You know, kind of like Jack's First Inc. But anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys today. Make sure, don't ever forget, guys, a lot of times you can find the parts you need on eBay. Now, they actually had a full-up parts kit for a PA, not one of these, but for a PA-63, and I could have bought that. It was like $150. Not bad, but an excellent source of spare parts for your FEG style pistol, or FEG pistol. Now, I don't think all of the PA-63 parts interchange with these, but I think a decent amount do. I just don't know enough about them, but just want to let you guys know that Hog Island Gun Parts, eBay, you know, you can find stuff everywhere. You guys are smart, you know how to look for it. But just to reiterate that seems like I have to do it every single video. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm not selling anything. I'm not telling you where to go get it because I'm not providing websites. This is for you, YouTube. I hate doing that. I have to do it almost all the time. But anyway, this is merely a review of the parts that I got in. Parts that I've got to repair these Walam 48s that are missing parts. One that wasn't missing any parts, but thanks to me is. So make sure you guys go check out those places if you're in a similar situation as I am. But as always, guys, big shout out to my subscribers, and big shout out to everybody just for taking the time just to sit through this with me and sharing this crazy hobby of mine. But anyway, as always, guys, thank you for all your likes, your shares, your comments. And until next time, you guys have a great day.